Uh, Apologies are never easy. They're never, it's difficult to be vulnerable on YouTube. Because there's a lot of people on YouTube who they see vulnerability and they take it as a sign of weakness and seek to attack that weakness in order to feel strong. But basically, a few days ago, HappyCabbie, who I've had somewhat of a contentious little ongoing war with, was gracious enough to offer to send me money, and I got pissed off, I got mad, I got irritated, and I told him to basically fuck himself, and I apologize for that. HappyCabbie, I sincerely apologize for telling you to fuck off. If you want to help me with money for rent, that's fine, I appreciate it. I will pay you back. I definitely will pay you back. No. And I mean, I've had a couple of people, friends of mine, tell me that I really should just bury this hatchet, and I've been thinking about it for a while now. Because it really just bothers me that some of the stupid things I did or said are on YouTube for the world to see, and whereas a lot of the stuff that I had got deleted, and you know, I honestly don't care enough about it to actually re-upload it. I honestly don't. It's just like, I look at that stuff and I'm just like, this happened over a year ago. What does it matter? Does it matter? And then I listen to, you know, shows like InfoWars, and I watch what's going on in the news, and I read the Drudge Report, and I see all these things going on in the world that matter. And it's like, HappyCabbie is obviously over the whole fucking issue, and, you know, I am too. It's just, it's meaningless. Nobody's gonna remember it a year from now. Nobody's even gonna remember it a year from now. People barely remember it now. And the few that do, you know, there's a couple who wanted to restart, and I don't have the time, I don't have the energy, I don't have the desire for it. I see all the things that are happening on a national level and on a global level that are so much more important, that actually have something to do with the fate of this country, with the fate of the human species. I see the bankers and the globalists destroying the country. I see unemployment rising. I see homelessness rising. I see all these problems in our society. Poisoned food, poisoned water. So much violence in our society. We have so much violence. We don't know how to love each other. And that's tragic. And so when I look at something as insignificant when compared to the rest of the world, I mean, it really is insignificant. You know, yeah, me and HappyCabbie, we were roommates, we were friends. We got pissed off at each other for whatever reason, and a lot of it had to do with money. And we both acted like assholes. He's obviously over it. And I'm over it too, because I just, you know, there's just no purpose to it. There's no purpose. But, you know, I don't want to spend my time and energy on something that's not going to gain me anything. And as far as the nasty, negative videos about me, you know what, I just don't care. Within the next, you know, few months, within the next year, I'm going to have so many more videos up. I'm going to have my TV show up and running. I'm going to have, you know, a website up and running. I'm going to be doing that kind of thing. I'm going to be running a business. Nobody's going to care if there's 2 or 3 trashy vids from, you know, however many years ago. Nobody's going to care. Because I can sit there and I can say, well, you know, like that stupid death threat video, that was, you know, that was me blowing off steam. And I mean, obviously, you can tell if you watch the video, I'm very careful not to mention anybody's name And to only give a description, yeah, I probably did scare HappyCabbie, but you know, I'm sorry that I did that, and I think that's a lot of what it is. It's just we got upset with each other and then we started lashing out, and we both weren't completely honest with each other. But it's just, it's an old issue. It's meaningless. It's done with. It is what it is. I'm not going to be. I'm not going to hold on to that hate. I'm not going to hold on to that anger, to the bitterness, to the whatever. It's just, I just don't care. I look at that situation and I think of that stuff and I look at those videos and I'm just like, whatever. I don't fucking care. I don't care. I honestly don't fucking care anymore. It's amazing. It's like, there's so much freedom in not giving a shit about what somebody else is doing. Because when HappyCabbie offered to send me money, I just, it was a guttural reaction. It was just a pushing away, and there's really no reason for me to do that. Honestly, there's no reason, because obviously if he's offering me money, he's doing it because he's wanting to help me out. And obviously, if he was still upset about the whole fucking issue in Phoenix, he wouldn't be offering money. He wouldn't be, watching my videos constantly. He wouldn't be making video replies, etc. And anybody else's feelings about the issue, that's really their own stuff, and it has nothing to do with either me or HappyCabbie. So, yeah, I guess this is my apology video. I want the bullshit to be over. I don't have time for it. Like I said, it's so utterly meaningless. I mean, even on YouTube, it's meaningless. I have, like, less than 500 subscribers. Cabbie's got, what, close to 2,000? It just, that's such a minuscule drop in the bucket compared to the amount of people on YouTube. There's people on YouTube who have, hundreds of thousands of subscribers who have never heard of either me or HappyCabbie, who don't give a crap about anything that has gone on between me and HappyCabbie. So it's like, whatever. I want to build my business. I want to build myself up. Cabbie is going back to school to become a trucker again. Hopefully the economy will still, be good enough that he can find a trucking job. I mean, the whole society is breaking down, and I need to kind of throw my hat in the ring, so to speak, with the stuff that matters, with the unemployment issue, with the corruption in politics, with the lack of self-esteem people have, with the lack of spiritual and ethical integrity. I need to throw my hat into the ring and deal with that stuff. And this other bullshit, it's just, nobody cares. Nobody cares. And so, so if I'm on TV someday in 10 years or whatever, or 5 years, and, say I'm on, Conan, or Leno or whatever the fuck, and they show a clip of, like, one of HappyCabbie's videos and whatnot, and ask and laugh and say, what's this about? I can just be like, gee, I don't even remember that. It just doesn't even fucking matter to me. Because it's just, there's so much more out there than the shit that's going on, that went on. I mean, really. The further it gets away from me in time, the less I care. And I want everybody, and the reason I keep repeating myself is because, I've got people who keep trying to bring it up. Let the issue die. Let it die. Just let the issue, the two parties involved are getting over it. The spectators on the sidelines either need to get over it or, you know, just deal with their own damn issues, you know. That's how it is. I mean, I know one person had told me quite a while back that they got, you know, that they were upset with HappyCabbie because it reminded them of a friend who did something to them. Well, so what? That doesn't mean HappyCabbie was that person, and it sure as hell doesn't mean you have a right to treat HappyCabbie like shit just because your friend did something cruel to you. I mean, there's no logic in that. There's no rational response of any kind there. It's insane. Yeah. But yeah, you know, I thank everybody for whatever donations that you want to send. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'm going to be able to come up with rent soon. My landlord said he understands my situation. He's fine with it. You know, as long as I get it paid up by the end of the month. But I want to get it paid up sooner, hopefully. And then I can, once that rent is paid, I can kind of deal with the other stuff. And as far as like recycling, it's raining today, but I'm still going to be outside recycling. So not in this, because this is felt, and that would, if this got wet, it would be bad. It's a very, very nice pirate hat. Anyway, so yeah. So you know, no more war. You know, put down the club made out of unicorn horn. You know, put all the weapons away. It's over. It's over. There's bigger, better, more important battles to fight with more, you know, worthy opponents who actually, you know, are, you know, challenges and who actually, you know, who actually matter in the larger scheme of things. Because, you know, and that's another thing. The way the global sense of it is that, you know, we're all still Americans. We're all still living in this country. We're all still living in this world. And, you know, if I have a corporation or a globalist or a banker or something that's trying to kill people, even though they're 1,000 miles away, I still have to fight for those people. I have to spread the message. I have to spread the word. I have to speak truth. And, you know, HappyCabbie, I mean, HappyCabbie does make good videos, and if he could put a little more effort to the serious videos, I'm sure he would get a lot more subscribers and become really popular, more so than he already is. But I'm the same with me. I mean, I need to kind of change a little bit too to get more subscribers. But the thing of it is, though, you know, we're all kind of in this together. Because I'm sitting there, you know, I'm done looking at these little battles between YouTubers. It's just, those are so meaningless. I'm looking at the bigger battles. The battles with the corrupt government, with the globalists, with the bankers, with all these forces that are hiding out in the shadows, you know. And I'm sitting there with a torch, and I'm shining it into the darkness, and I'm illuminating all those shadows, and I'm illuminating all those things out there, and I'm shouting, look, there's, you know, something over there behind the trees that's getting ready to, you know, try to bite off our heads. So we gotta do something about it. So the fighting amongst ourselves, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So yeah. You know, I sincerely apologize to HappyCabbie for being an asshole, and, you know, he's obviously over the issue, and I am too. So, I guess there's not much more I can say than that. Have a day.